Let the money bless you with body, oh baby. Star boy go bless you with money.
Hey friends.
Let the money bless you with body, oh baby. Star boy go bless you with money, oh my girl. Sucker, 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 baby. Sucker, sucker,
Hey Rebecca. What's up, darling? We're just gonna wait for a couple more peeps to hop on. And we got a juicy topic for today. How you doing? And where in the world are you, Rebecca, darling? Let me know in the comments. Hey friends, as you drop in, let me know where in the world you are. And what did you eat for breakfast? I'm very nosy and I would like to know. What did you eat for breakfast? Oh, how cool. California, Rebecca? That's awesome. Canada? What does CA stand for? Who knows? Hi, everybody. If you hopped on, comment yo so I know who we're talking to today, okay? Hi, Paul. How you doing? Okay, friends. Hi, Rick. How's it going, Rick? Okay, that is my Nigerian boyfriend. His name is WizKid, and his music is amazing. Friends, thank you for hopping on today. This morning was really fun. We did session number 3 of our beta, and it's going so freaking well. I love the people that we're working with. People are making their premium packages, and it's been super fun. If you are nervous when you have to sell, you hopped on the right Facebook Live because this one is going to ease your selling fears. It is one of the #1 things that I'm asked about. People are really anxious about the idea of selling. People who are remarkably talented at what they do still find it difficult to talk about what they do, to say that it's worth a lot. And a lot of people are just scared to have the selling conversation. Hi, Des. Friends, while we're waiting for just everyone to come chill with us, and I mean, we already got some great peeps on, would you tell me, I'm just so curious, I just want to know, what did you have for breakfast this morning, okay? I'm going to tell you while we're waiting, okay? Had one of these yogurts, okay? It's like the lowest sugar yogurt that I found. And also, I made this like really randomly good, hi, Jane! This randomly good salsa, and I've been eating it for breakfast. It's been like a breakfast salsa, Tostitos, and this like red pepper salsa. And if you want the recipe, throw me a GIF, and I will send you the recipe of my red pepper salsa. It's delish. I'm biased, but it's delicious. Okay, friends. So I want to talk to you about this topic today. Let me know in the comments. Hi, Fazal. Nice to see you. Write in the comments below. Why, for you specifically, is selling nerve-wracking, okay? Everyone has a different reason that selling can be nerve-wracking, but for you specifically, I would love to see who's willing to be super honest and open with us. Why is selling nerve-wracking for you? And in the meantime, Jane says, hello, I want a chef. Girl, I'll be your chef. We're both in Canada. I'll be your chef. Des says, a beer and fries. You know what? I love that. Good for you. That's amazing. Honestly, I don't have the like cojones to literally like start my day with beer and fries, but mad respect for you. Rebecca, yogurt with local raw honey. That sounds freaking delicious. Okay, awesome. So Jane said to us, like, the reason that selling, hi Megan, hi Cody. Aw, guys, Cody's so nice. He has such a nice beard, such a nice face, and is such a good person, okay? Sorry, Jane, for interrupting myself. Cody's incredible, and you are too. So Jane was saying that for her, objections is the scariest part of selling. And friends, I totally feel you. You know, it can feel all fine and good when you're explaining what your offer is, but as soon as you get some resistance, a lot of the time people start to, you know, people question them, so then they question themselves, and they're like, oh crap, am I charging too much? Should I be offering something else? We obviously want to, hi Jay Daniel, guys, this is so fun. This is so fun. I wish they had Facebook Live in person. You know what that's called? Hanging out. And you know what? I've put on 20 entrepreneur parties this year because I sort of love hanging out. It's pretty fun. Yeah, Jane, I 1,000,000% understand the thing about objections. It is something that can really throw us off. It is, of course, a practice to learn core confidence so that no matter what somebody else can say, we are so solid in ourselves, what we do, our offer, our services, our knowledge, our expertise, our signature process, our signature system, that nobody and nothing can shake us. I mean, that's an ideal that we all want to work towards, of course. Cody, yo, if you want to hang out in Toronto, my friend, I have this sublet for 2 more weeks. Anybody who's cool and is not going to serial kill me, you know, let's talk. Sheila, welcome. Rebecca says, I don't think that I'm necessarily scared to sell, but the most uncomfortable thing is feeling like you're coming across as a slimy used car salesman. I 1,000,000% understand, and I'm so glad that you said that, Rebecca. Okay, so I want to offer you guys a framework. Hi, Alan. Happy you're with us. I want to offer a framework that will help make selling less scary, okay? Now, the problem with the word selling is it is a verb that doesn't really mean one thing in particular, okay? Hi, Chizzy, happy you're with us. So, yeah, selling is a verb that encompasses so many different other actions and other verbs, right? And so selling can be scary because it's sort of mysterious. It's like, wait, what the hell exactly am I supposed to do, right? Well, do you know, there were some interesting dudes, and they were called, hi, Jacinda. Rebecca says, no offense to anybody who sells cars. Lol. Friends, raise your hand, raise your virtual hand, throw a GIF, throw an emoji, whatever. Have you heard of the Stoic philosophers? Have you heard of the Stoic philosophers? This is a really interesting hack. If you follow the work of Tim Ferriss, 4-Hour Workweek, you've definitely encountered the work of Stoic philosophers. Stoic philosophy would say, if there's something that is scary, if there's something that's hard, if there's something that's difficult, there are so many different, they wouldn't call them hacks, but we're going to call them hacks, ways that we can get over the fear of the thing that makes us nervous, right? And so it's kind of interesting. They basically said, and I'm going to paraphrase here, if you break down that big thing that scares you into its constituent pieces, you break down the big thing that's scary into its parts and ask yourself if those parts are scary, you start to realize that actually this big thing you're trying to accomplish is not scary, right? So before we get into the selling example, we're going to go specifically into that. But consider dating, okay? Consider a Hitch type. Did you guys watch the movie Hitch? Am I the only one who, like, sort of has a soft spot in my heart for that dude who plays Doug on that show? I think he's pretty sweet, okay? So Will Smith is, like, trying to teach this dude how to not be, like, a bumbling, fumbling, like, loser, is that mean to say? Yeah. And so he breaks it down into its constituent parts, right? Well, the thing is about selling is, like, what are the pieces? What are the parts? When it comes to dating, for example, you might think, like, okay, let's say you've never been on a date before, okay? And Rebecca, I love Doug. He's cute, right? He's sweet. And Carrie's always mad at him. It's like, he's just a UPS guy. Like, be gentle on him, you know? So you're nervous to go on a date, okay? Think about all the pieces that are part of it, okay? So it's like, first you got to ask someone out, right? So you have to have a conversation. Well, Jim, is having a conversation scary? No, I can have a conversation. Have you had a conversation before? Yeah. Okay. Is like, you know, driving to their house. Is driving to their house scary? No, I've driven somewhere before. Okay. Is ringing on their doorbell scary? No, I've rang on someone's doorbell before. Okay. Is saying hello to them and saying, how was your day? Is that scary? No. Okay. Is getting in the car with somebody scary? No. Is driving somewhere that you guys can, like, to the movies, is that scary? No. And when you break it into all of its pieces, you realize, actually, this whole thing is not that freaking scary. Well, the reason that people find selling scary is because they have a total misconception about what selling is. So, you know me, guys, and you know that I don't go anywhere without my trusty dusty notebook, okay? And what I did for you guys today is I compared what people think selling is versus what it actually is, and this will break down some of those limiting beliefs that make us feel like, oh God, if I have to talk about my product or service, I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack and die, okay? Hey, Michael, happy you're with us. So, selling is not, okay? If you believe that selling is, can you guys even read this? Probably not. I'm going to read it for you, okay? If you believe that selling is shoving, then of course, why the blank would you want to do it, right? If you believe that selling is manipulating, why the hell would you want to do it? If you believe that selling is talking at someone, shoving information down someone's throat, hopefully you don't want to do it. If you think that selling is bullying, right? Bullying someone into saying yes to your solution, then you probably don't want to do it, right? Hi, Mayoko. What a cool name. I'm so happy you're with us. If you think selling is bullying, of course you're not going to want to do it, right? If you think that it's threatening, pushing, taking, so many people think that selling is taking. That's not what selling is. Selling is not taking. People think that selling is hurting or tricking. People think that selling is unkind. If we have all of these ideas of what selling is, then of course, we're not going to find it comfortable. Mayoko, first of all, how did you get such an awesome name? Second of all, what did you eat for breakfast? And third of all, on a scale from 1 to 10, friends, everyone drop on a scale from 1 to 10, how scary do you find the idea of selling, okay? Now, here is where I want to offer a different way of looking at what selling is, okay? And if you can agree with me that this is what selling truly is about, then we can feel a lot more comfortable with it. Mayoko, you hit the nail on the head. Selling is connecting and mutually engaging in equal exchange of value. I love that. That's wonderful. And Jane, I know you're a little late for your flight. Girl, drink your wine and enjoy. Enjoy, darling. Now, I want to offer a different perspective of what selling is. And you know, this is good selling. I sell all the freaking time. And the people that I sell to are lucky that I sell to them because I do good things for them. I offer them good things, right? Okay, let me just try to get this in the screen. Okay. Now, you are going to see my messy ass writing. My writing is so freaking messy. Maybe I was supposed to be a doctor. I don't know. But if you believe instead of selling being shoving, manipulating, talking at someone, bullying, threatening, pushing, taking, hurting, tricking, if you think that it's unfair and unkind, what if you understood that? What if you knew that? Oh, guys, this is too cool. I got to interrupt myself. Mayoko says, I love selling, so I had chicken and vegetables for breakfast. That's amazing. I always love when someone has like a legit, like you like ate some real food for breakfast. Because for me, sometimes I wait till like 3, 4 p.m. I know it's so bad before I put anything in my mouth because life is just crazy. But that sounds delicious. And good for you for getting your veggies in early in the day, right? Now, if you knew that selling is in fact helping, exploring, guiding, caring, fighting on their behalf. Selling is fighting on their behalf. Selling is a kind of love. It's a kind of curious asking. It's respecting. It's leading. Selling is listening. Selling is explaining. Selling is helping people make decisions. Selling is comparing and contrasting. You could do this or you could do this. And it's a kind of guided comparison and contrast, right? Selling is understanding. Matching up opportunities, win-winning, evaluating, observing, analyzing, offering, envisioning, empowering. Guess what, friends? I'm going to tell you about a conversation that I had last night, okay? And it was an accidental sales conversation, and it could not have been more loving, okay? I was talking to a friend of mine, a friend that I had, like, you know, reunited with, right? He and I just hadn't talked for a while because we've both been kind of busy, right? So, we were talking kind of late last night, and it's funny, like I had just hopped, you ever get like someone's Facebook calling you and you like literally just hop out of the shower, and I was like, okay, well, you might see a little bit of like top of boob, but YOLO, right? So so we ended up having this conversation, and he was just talking about his projects. He was just talking about his life. He was talking about what he wants. He was talking about he was talking about his goals. And you know, I was just like, as a friend to him, you know how we treat friends? We want for them what they want for themselves. Actually, that's how we treat friends that we're really good to, right? There are some unhealthy friendships where you're like, they get the thing that you want and you're a little jealous of them. That's not the kind of friendship that is the parallel to selling that we want to create, right? But yeah, so I was just talking to him about, like, what do you want for yourself? What are your goals? What do you care about? Like, you know, he's, in some ways, he felt kind of almost a little bit lost. And I think that we all, like, let me know in the comments, have you ever had a time in your life where you felt kind of lost and you didn't know exactly what it was that you wanted? He was sort of feeling like that. This conversation was not supposed to be a selling conversation. It just so happened that when it was my turn to talk about what I was doing, I was talking about my beta. I was talking about how I'm taking 12 incredible people on this journey from chronically underselling themselves to building premium packages, selling high-ticket services, and giving their gifts their highest capacity and getting rewarded and compensated very well for that, right? And so he was kind of interested in the program. He's like, tell me more. And we were talking. And as we were going, all I was trying to see is, are there ways that this thing could help him? If not, I don't want to give someone something that will not help them, right? And so when you have this selling conversation from a place of integrity, really from a place of love, right? I'm only going to sell people what will actually benefit them. The biggest mindset shift that we all have to make is, you are not fighting on your own behalf, okay? You are not fighting on your own behalf. It's not about you. That's why even if you're feeling nervous to get on a Facebook Live, if you're feeling nervous to have a sales call, you need to remember it's not about you. It's about that other person that you're serving and helping, right? It's about the fact that they came to you as an authority, as an expert, because they were scared, because they were struggling, because they were like so freaking overwhelmed, and they thought that you were their light, that you were their Messiah, that you were their like relief, that you were the thing that could help relieve this pain. You making it about you is literally like a surgeon saying, I'm not going to do brain surgery today because I have a pimple on my face and that's embarrassing. It's not about you. And when we all come to realize it's not about us, it's about the people that we serve, finally our selling conversations can be helping conversations, right? Honestly, at the end of the day, I didn't care whether this friend of mine was in my beta or not, okay? Or this friend of mine got my course or not. The truth is, my course is fucking amazing, and whoever is a good match for it is going to get in on it. If he was not the right match, then I did not want him there. And at a certain point, like, he really wanted in, but I wasn't going to let him in unless I knew it was seriously a good match, that he was going to do all of the shit that needs to be done. And so in the end, you know, he actually was literally ready to hand me the money, but I was like, you know what? Let's both think on this. Let's both think if this is the right thing. And I ended up saying, you know what? You can feel free to let me know tomorrow morning what you're thinking about it. But for me now, I think, like, let's let it go for now. Okay? Because it's important to me that when people say yes to something that I'm offering, they're making a choice in the direction of their best self-interest. I don't want to lead someone to something that might not be the right solution. It's not a question of whether I'm right or not. All of this is about chemistry, compatibility, fit, timing, whether this works at this period in their life, whether, you know, you might have a solution that's 3 steps away from them, right? During the beta, I was doing interviews to see who's right for this, right? There was this one woman, she was totally ready to go. She was like, yes, I want this, I'm going to pay. And then I asked her about where she is in her business, and she wasn't far along enough in her business that I believed that she would get the full benefit from it. So I said to her, with love, thank you for following me. Thank you for saying yes to this offer. At this time, I don't believe that this is the right offer for you. Do I want someone's money? Absolutely. Like, money is delicious and money is wonderful, but I did not want to sell it to that person if it wasn't the right time for her, and it would not have been ethical of me at that moment to say, you know, she's way too green, she's way too new in her entrepreneurial endeavor, but now I'm going to teach her how to do high ticket, right? It just didn't make sense. And I had the integrity and the non-neediness to say, listen, if this is not the right fit now, that's totally, totally, totally fine, guys. And so if you see your role almost like you are the loving, caring expert, and you will not let them make a bad decision for themselves, then selling is not shoving, and selling is not bullying, and selling is not begging, and selling is not threatening or tricking or lying. That is not what selling is. Good selling, ethical selling, loving selling is saying, is there compatibility? What do you want real bad? Okay, this is what I have. Do they match up, yes or no? And if they don't, that's totally freaking fine. You need to be willing to say, this is not the right fit, okay? If you're not willing to walk away, then you do not have their best interests at heart, and you should not be selling, okay? And listen, friends, I know it's really freaking tempting when someone literally, it's like a sexy girl is like sitting on your lap naked, and you think that she's like not in the right emotional state to be with her, okay? It literally takes self-control to say, no, this is not the right match for now. Cody, 1,000,000%. It is our moral obligation to sell our products and services to those who need them. Exactly. And it's also our moral obligation that if it's not right for them, to not let them buy it. And, you know, Cody, I love that you said it like that. It's our moral obligation to sell our products and services to those who need them. Exactly. This is how I think of it. I think of it like, for example, what I'm doing right now with high ticket sales. I know, like, I've seen the light. I'm like, oh shit, this stuff has freed me. This stuff has helped me. This stuff has helped my clients take massive leaps forward, right? So anyone who doesn't get in on it, who I think is right for it, I feel so freaking sorry for you. I feel like, oh God, like you're missing out on the light, right? And so, you know, and then conversely, you know, if it wasn't the right fit, then there should be a kind of relief. Like, okay, good. This wasn't supposed to happen right now. And friends, everybody's so freaking scared of a no. Everyone personalizes a no. Like, let me say this, friends. Nobody can say no to me because I've said yes to myself, okay? So someone can come and like look at my services, my products, and say, no. But they're not saying no to me. They're saying no to themselves. So I don't have this like personal like, oh God, listen. Last night when I was talking to my friend into the wee hours of the morning, I think we were talking to like 1:45. And he was thinking about, is this the right move for him to get in on this course? And I helped him make that decision. I helped him make the decision. I'm like, you know what? Not right now. When you have the integrity to potentially let go of the sale, people don't forget it. People don't forget that you genuinely had their back, that you genuinely cared for them. And you know, so if you're seeing this as a transactional thing, like a short game, like let me just fuck over this person. Let me just get exactly what I can get from this person right now. And like, you know, if they can't implement it or if it's not right for them, whatever, you are screwing yourself over long term. It's not even in your best self-interest you want to sell to people who will use your thing, who will enjoy your thing, who will speak your praises, who will be evangelically saying, oh, you've got to do this. And guess what, friends? So I ended my course with, sort of as a bonus and sort of because I love to learn too, 10 of my friends who are incredible sales experts. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Neil. Hi, Ron. Hi, Cody. Hi, Kira. Hi, Rebecca. Just want to acknowledge you. I see you. I love you. I respect you. I'm so happy you're with us. I ended my course with 10 interviews with incredible sales experts that I love, that I respect, that I've been cultivating relationships with for over a year. And I said to them, will you sit down with me and let me pick your brain? Hi, Yaniv. Will you sit down with me? Let me pick your brain. And I asked them everything from, what if I'm scared to talk about what I do? What if I'm an introvert? What if I have an accent? What if I grew up with this particular relationship to money? What if? I played the devil's advocate for every single person. And I said, Mark Levine, what about this? Brendan Allen Barrett, what about this? Landon Porter, what about this, right? And I threw them the hard balls. And they really gave amazing stuff back. And so, you know, what came of that was when you see people who are doing really well in business, they have mastered the art of successfully giving. I know that there's so much fear around selling because we think it's about taking. Selling is not about taking. Selling is about seeing someone's pain and saying, you know what? That pain is familiar to me. I know what you're going through because I was going through that myself. I don't want that for you. And you know, the most remarkable thing is wanting things for people, or not wanting things for people, right? So one exercise, let me give you friends some homework, like, or what I call fun, independent fun. Hi, Victoria. Jay, you know what? That's wonderful. I see why I keep bombing sales calls. Jay, thank you so much for being so honest with us. Would you mind elaborating for us? What specifically do you think is not working? Because the truth is this, friends. Let me give you this example of like your mama, okay? Hopefully you have a good, amazing mama. And she's telling you, she says, Jay, I'm having this really bad pain in my neck, right? So you take mama to the drugstore or wherever you go to like get some like pharmacist to help you, right? But there's no pharmacist there, so you're advising your own mama, okay? You don't start off by saying, hey mom, what's wrong? She's like, well, actually I have like, stop mom, say no more, I got this. And then you lead her to like here, just take this, right? That's not the most loving thing that you can do for your mom. When you love someone, when you care for someone, you want good for them. It's the exact same thing as when you're doing a good job of selling. You want good for them. And if it's not clearly apparent that you want good for them and that you're going to fight on their behalf, then you have no business selling your shit, because it's not an ethical thing. It's a, how do I get mine? And too bad if they don't get theirs, right? So if you're with your mama in the pharmacy and she says, my neck hurts, what do you do? What do you do, friends? Do you go ahead and just hand her a pill? No. What would you do? Let me know in the comments, friends. What would you do? Mama says, my neck really hurts. Paloma, what should I do? Well, if you really love her and you care about her, you ask her questions. Mom, when did the pain start? Is it like a muscle pain, or it's your skin is like itching you or hurting you? How long has this been? Have you seen a doctor yet? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like you are diagnosing before you prescribe. And if you're on a sales call and your goal is like, shove it, just here, just take this thing. You don't care about them. You care about yourself. And it's okay. Guess what, friends? We are all self-interested. We all want good for ourselves, as we should. But business is a three-legged race, okay? You don't get to go to the end without your prospect. Your foot, your leg is tied to your prospect's leg. You get to the end if you bring them with you. And you cannot run to the end on your own, because you guys need each other, right? And so ask good questions and care. Yesterday with my friend late at night, I was asking good questions because I genuinely cared for him. And I wanted what was good for him more than I want. He was literally said to me, Paloma, I'll transfer for you the money right now. And I said, you know what? Let's see if that's the right decision, because I care for him and I want good for him. So learning how to help people well, learning how to care for people well will totally change the way that you go on your sales calls. Selling isn't being tricky. So, so many people write down, because I help a lot of people with how to sell, right? And sometimes my one-on-one clients will write down the exact words that I'm saying when we're doing our kind of role plays, right? And I said to them, more than the exact words that you say, it's the exact feelings you need to feel. When you feel the right feelings, you'll say the right words, okay? Here's how you need to feel. And here's how you need to think. I really want this person's best, highest good. I will not say yes unless it's the right fit. I'm really curious about what the real problem is. I want to know if this person has the capacity, the time, the energy, the commitment, the desire, the willingness, the intelligence, the whatever it is, to do my solution, right? And so if you start from a place of exploring and guiding, almost like you don't want to coach on this sales call, but what you do want to do is you want to help them reach a place of crystal clear clarity, okay? Now, what this means is there are times when your client is bullshitting themselves, okay? And you can see it. Let me know, friends, okay, what exactly is it that you sell? Let me know in the comments. What exactly is it that you sell, right? Is it Facebook ads? Is it fitness? What exactly is it that you sell, okay? Think about the transformation that you want for that client, okay? If you make it about you, if you make it about I need, the client will feel that, as they should. People are so intuitive, and negotiations are all about reading and perception. Humans are not just brain intelligent, they're heart intelligent. They can feel, they know if you have an agenda or not, okay? And so it's really, really, really freaking important that you cultivate a feeling of, I care for this person. Kira says, I find it hard to care when I need money and my foundation doesn't feel firm. It's hard for me to care about them when I'm afraid for myself. So how can I care in my fear and make it about them when I've been in survival for so long? I totally, totally, totally feel you, darling. I really do. And you know what? So many people experience this, where it's like, you know, they are giving to other people and they don't yet feel like they have everything that they need themselves. This will not sound as satisfying as you want, but it is the truth, okay? We need to get to a point that we can, first of all, let's talk practically, minimize the hell out of expenses. Like if you know, there are so many incredible entrepreneurs who like lived on their mom's couches for like, you know, 2 years to get things up and running. Like spend less than you earn. And if you earn zero, then figure out ways to spend very little. But there are so many ways to access the resources that you want and need. There are so many opportunities for barter. There are so many opportunities for trade. There's so many opportunities for value creation, right? It's not just about other people having to give you value. There's also ways that you can create value. You can create opportunities, right? This beta, for example, I have the knowledge and expertise. I know the people, and I connected those two and created value through that. There's so many ways that we can create value. You know what? Listen, sometimes we have to pitch the hell out of it, and we have to say, hey, this offer exists, this exists, this exists, this, and learn about people, learn what they're struggling with, and craft an offer that can help them with that. But I understand this feeling, this fundamental feeling of like, you know, I need to survive. I understand that. I really do. And a lot of people experience that. I know my dad grew up poor in Romania, and no matter what, it doesn't matter if he has $10 million in his bank account, he'll still feel this kind of feeling of not having enough, this feeling of scarcity, right? It's not the answer any of us want to receive, but I'm still going to say it. We need to learn the skill of feeling abundant. Learn the skill of feeling like we are good, like we have what we need already, that we have enough already. And the truth is, you are not going to die on the street. None of you guys. Like, we are all resourceful enough that we can find and manifest and, you know, resourcefully trade. You have so much, just your voice, your ability to heal other people, your ability to help other people. You have so much already. It's just tapping into that resourcefulness and getting into a place where that doesn't feel desperate, because it's really hard to, I understand it's really hard to sell when we're thinking about ourselves. But the truth is, from anybody else's perspective, hey, Kaylin, from somebody else's perspective, right? With all love and all due respect, they don't care about you. Your prospect doesn't care about, do you have what you need? Your prospect is self-interested and wants to know, can my life be better? You know, perhaps all of us need to get better at prospecting. That means that you have more options. That means that you have more demand than you have supply, right? When you're really good at prospecting, you're really good at creating all of the demand. And then you get to be selective within that, so you never feel needy, right? If you're great at prospecting, if you're great at connecting, what is prospecting? It's a fancy word for connecting with the people who have the potential to buy your shit, right? Do you have LinkedIn? Yes. Do you have Facebook? Yes. Do you have Instagram? Yes. Okay. You have all the tools you need for prospecting. Do you know how to have a conversation? Yes. Do you know how to be kind? Yes. Do you know how to ask good questions? Yes. Do you know how to give before you get? Yes. The one who gives first has the leverage, right? So figure out ways that you can give. And if you need to spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours creating opportunities for yourself through good prospecting, then do it, right? I know that we're always trying to find a balance between like, how much do we do the selling and the marketing and how much do we do the serving? Set aside an hour every day for creating new opportunities for yourself, so you never feel like you're running out of opportunities. The truth is, all the opportunities we have are opportunities that we've created for ourselves anyways, right? So LinkedIn is an amazing place, like a playground, where we can all experiment with all the different ways that we can connect with people, right? You can literally send like 50 throwaway messages, 50 different experiment messages to start a conversation with someone who might be interested in your services, right? And then we take them through a process of nurturing them. Then we have perhaps some freebies set up that get them acquainted with us and moves them on our nurture cycle when it comes to selling them. But I know it sucks to hear and nobody likes to hear it. I've been coaching for 7 years. Nobody likes the part about like the mentality rather than, state rather than tactics. But the truth is 90% of this crazy game is state rather than tactics. And so many people have come to me after they've done like, oh, I did all the courses in the world and nothing worked. Well, that's because nobody ever taught them how to master their state. Your state is your emotional body, how you feel. And that is something that you don't need money for. I remember my sister came back from Cuba, and she said, Paloma, these people are like the poorest of the poor. They don't even have enough water to drink during the day, and there's so much joy there. They've learned the skill of joy. They've learned the skill of tapping into abundance. They've learned the skill of understanding that, when one hand is tied behind your back, suddenly you get really good at using this other hand, right? And so think of these as creative restrictions. Remember when I was in poetry class, they would say something like, try this exercise where you can't do XYZ. When you can't do XYZ, suddenly it unveils some new creativity. It is a limiting belief to believe that just because we don't have as much as we want means that we are like just struggling to survive. Well, if we have a mouth, we have a heart, we have a computer, yeah, more than a lot of people have. Like the fact that you're watching on this computer right now, we are connected to infinite opportunities. And the crazy thing is, sometimes I think about this and it blows my mind and I'm like, oh my God, the world is a pretty incredible place, right? Where it's like, so I'm sitting with my sister. Actually, this happened a couple days ago. My sister's Daniela. She's freaking amazing and she's beautiful and she's lovely and she's brunette and she's cute and she's amazing, okay? My sister. She and I have such different skills, okay? She has the ability to like execute and make shit happen. Hi, Colin. Make shit happen, right? So I could be like, hey, Daniela, I don't want to book this doctor's appointment. I'm really dreading it. She'd be like, yo, bitch, grab your phone, do this, and she'll do it for me, okay? She can make things happen. For me, I am paid for my ability to create vision, to strategize, to help people move through a process through my ideas, right? And so the cool thing is, between her and I, we have such different talents and abilities and the ability to help each other. Plus, let's say I have a network of 5,000 people. She has a network of 5,000 people. Don't you think within 10,000 people we could find the thing that we want? All we need is the ability to connect. And if we know how to connect with other people, and Kira, I know for a fact you are an incredible connector, then you have the capacity to access anything you want. I know it's annoying and I don't care. I'm still going to say it. It's not about your resources. It's about your resourcefulness. And sometimes when life knocks you down, makes you a fucking resourceful person. I've become a freaking resourceful person because life has knocked me down. I've had pain. I know you guys have too, right? Well, thank God for that because it made me a freaking resourceful, scrappy person, okay? So, friends, the message that I wanted to deliver to you today, and throw me some hearts, throw me a gift, throw me something, let me know you're with us and you're loving this and this is useful to you. What I wanted to share today is the difference in how you see selling. If you believe that selling is manipulating and shoving and pushing and hurting, then you will not enjoy it. And guess what, friends? Your clients and your prospects and the person on the other side of that phone is not going to enjoy the process either. If you get your mind right on that sales call and you think, I need to make sure that I help this person. Hi, Shanti. Nice to see you. And you dissociate from all of your needs and your pains and your hurts and your, oh God, I need this transfer and I hope they say yes to me. It's not about you. If you can let go of the self, half an hour, and by the way, friends, you know what? If you're feeling helpless, then help someone. If you're feeling helpless, then help someone. You will never be more powerful than when you take a couple moments to stop focusing on me. A lot of suffering comes from ego, comes from a place of everything's about me. Well, guess what? There's a lot of freaking people in this world that are suffering, and we could look outward as well to help other people too, right? You help 1 million people, you make $1 million. I believe, was that Zig Ziglar who said that, right? It's absolutely true that we need to increase our capacity to give. We need to increase our capacity to help other people. This is not a problem of receiving, actually. A lot of the time it's a problem of, can I actually like give a lot and then name and label my giving and put and confirm the worth to myself of that giving, and then stand behind myself confidently, and then attract that person. And when you attract them, can you be so present for them? Can you be so loving? Can you focus on them? If you are focused on giving them the best love possible, even if they say, no, it's not the right time for me, they will remember you. And they will say, oh my God, that person cares. That person sees me. And, I've had, it's so funny. I remember I had this one dude that, like, he and I had our initial discovery call. This was for, like, an earlier beta. It was only a couple $100, right? At that moment, he passed. Oh God, no, he didn't pass away. He passed on the offer. And then, maybe a month later, he signed up for a package that was many thousands of dollars with me, right? Because he knew that on that sales call, he knew that I cared. He knew that I was fighting on his behalf, okay? So if you can make this mindset shift about what selling is this big, chunky verb. Doesn't actually mean one particular action. If I say, okay, go sell, well, what are you doing? Well, you're talking, you're listening, you're caring, right? Break it down to its constituent parts. Are those scary? No, they're not. And learn how to give better love. Learn how to care better for other people. It's not about self-sacrifice. It's not. This conversation benefits you as well. Your ability to care and to love and to be there for them really benefits you as well, okay? So friends, thank you for watching today. That's what I've got for you. I love you with all my heart. As you guys know, I have this awesome course that's in the works. Nope, you can't have it yet. Only my beta peeps get it. If you are interested, then comment waitlist below. We have a waitlist of people who are interested in the course right now, and you will be the first to be notified when the doors open. This course is teaching people how to build high-ticket programs and packages. A lot of incredible coaches, experts are massively underselling themselves, and this shit totally freed me and has freed so many other people. It would be my pleasure to share it with you when the doors open. They are not open yet. Just my beta peeps get to experience it for now. I love you with all my heart. And other than that, if you're not yet with us in Sell Anything with Badass Confidence, that's with like W/ because I'm like, I don't want to use that many letters, okay? If you're not yet with us in Sell Anything with Badass Confidence, then absolutely join us. That's where the party happens every day, all day, every day. And I'm going to go, friends. I love you with all my heart. Sell from a place of service. Sell from a place of helping, exploring, curiosity, leading, and you will find that incredible things happen. I love you guys. You can do it. Talk soon.